are back for another fantastic Friday. I can't believe it. And we are live. Can you believe that? Live in Dad's RC Hangout, and we've even got a special guest. I mean, come on. What more could you want from a Friday? Now, I need to know if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay. Just give a thumbs up so I know that we're all going out live from Houston. Well, I'm not in Houston. I'm in the UK. You know I'm in the UK. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special Friday. That Friday feeling that gives you that, yeah, it's that weekend time. Unfortunately, probably not a lot of flying going on, but we can do other stuff. We can build planes. We can talk to me. We can chat to our special guest. All good. Thank you very much. Now, just to say hi to a few people that are coming up. So Northeast FPV, fantastic. You need to stick around because we'll be telling you about our new show that's coming every fortnight called Saturday Night Live, and it's all about FPV, quads, you name it. You've got some special guests for next Saturday. That's next Saturday. Shadow Ops, top man for popping by. Thank you very much. Who else we got here? We have got Simon Shaw. Hiya, buddy. William Ross. Hey, my friend. Who else we got here? Victor. Hi, Victor. And we got Hobbyking. Of course, we got Hobbyking in here because our special guest is from Hobbyking. Yes, he is. We'll go to him in a few minutes. So, basically, what we're going to do today. What are we going to do today? Yes, we've got giveaways because I'm now above 500. I'm hoping that I can stay above that and go rocketing on to about 1,000 plus. But yeah, 500 subscribers. Who would have thought that? Little old me, and I really appreciate that because I know you're waiting for all these lovely birds to hit the air. Well, me too. And I thought this year was going to be gold. But you know, once again in another lockdown. Hopefully, because everyone's getting the jabs in the UK. Let's cross fingers, and you know, this summer, cross fingers, and we'll do some fantastic crashes. I mean flights. That's what I meant, flights. So yeah, we'll get and do all that sort of stuff. So what we're doing today? Well, we've got Saturday. Yes, that's what I was. I'm getting ahead of myself. Saturday Night Live. That's every 2 weeks, starting from next Saturday. It's going to be all about quads and FPV. I've got some great people. A young lady, a young man. Well, they're not young, but they're sort of like whatever age they are. Lovely people from the club, one of the clubs I fly at, and to me they're experts. They just say they're passionate, and they're going to bring. We're going to build a quad. In my voice, quad. We're going to build a quad, and we're going to go through the bits and pieces, beta flight and stuff. Not so much me. I'll be following along, and we'll be following some trains and all that sort of stuff. And that's every other Saturday. So keep by. Yes, 500 subscribers. That's it. So we're going to give some giveaways because I want to give back to you guys and girls for you know, putting up with me for that crazy Friday feeling, no matter what I do, which is brilliant. And we'll put our hands deep in Stuart's pockets and see what we can pull out from Hobbyking. And you never know, we might find something to give away from that. So I'm not going to tell you what we're going to give away, but stick around because we've got a funky Wheel of Fortune thing going on. So I've got to keep on. Hi, Alex Z. Jeff Nicholas, hi buddy, how you doing? And who else we got coming in the room? I've got to try and see who's coming in the room. Hi Sean, how you doing buddy? Thanks for popping by. So, excuse me, stick in the chat because when Stuart starts talking, I've got to start filling out all the names that's in the chat for the little wheel that will spin around towards the end of the show. So if you want to win it, you've got to be in it. So, yeah, so we'll be doing that later on. As you know, Stuart has got his own little baby which that he's brought back out, the V3, as you saw the unboxing the other day, the Lancaster, a lovely model. As I say, it's a bigger than a park flyer, but it's not too big that it won't fit in the back of your car. Now I'll show you a quick video if you've not seen his video, but he was kind enough to come on Dad's RC Hangar on the Friday feeling on the live show and have a chat, just because it's great to see a revival of a model that you know it's fantastic. It had a few flaws, and for the flaws to be fixed, so we can go flying. So hi Alfie, how you doing buddy? Right, so without further ado, I just want to quickly show 2 minutes of a quick video that Stuart done for Hobbyking when he done the Lancaster, and then we'll go to the man himself. So let's have a little quick intro.
Okay, so for me, I like to just hold it here. You'll see it's got power enough. Check my control surfaces. All good. You ready?
Ready.
All right, taking off. Look at that, like an arrow. Now straight away I'm going to put on the differential thrust. And you got to keep the speed up. How's that looking on camera?
Good.
You got to keep the speed up in the turn. Using rudder does help because it means that the wing doesn't need to bank as much. Look how good that looks. Oh, the sun's shining. I haven't had sunshine for such a while now. Now that's just a half throttle. Oh, that sun's blinding. I think we'll switch to the onboard at that point. Wow, I really struggled to see it there. Now I've been cruising around only at half throttle at this time. I'll keep it in front of me, shall I?
That's nice.
Look at that. Look at that. That's a Lancaster through and through.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stuart. Come on, put your hands together. Put your hands together. Hello, Stuart. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, calm down at the back here. Okay, easy. Just keep it down. Keep it down. Thank you. Wow, just go too much. Hi, Stuart. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm freezing my socks off in the garage at the moment, but it's all good because I got that warm fuzzy feeling inside. Because I'm rather excited to be joining you.
It's that Friday feeling. That's what it is.
Over that Friday feeling on Dad's RC. Thank you very much for having me.
Fantastic. Well, you should do what I do. You see, I've got a little heater down there, and it's keeping me nice and toasty at the moment.
Oh,
I have got my hoodie on. My Dad's RC hanger.
All I need to do is raise my electricity bill rather than the temperature. But at least it's on. It's doing something, but I'm not sure what.
Okay, I'll just have a look because obviously I've got things going on here. I've tried a few things lately. That's it. There you go. And I'm just making sure that we're all good here, which I think we are. It sounds
I'm just
all good
going to turn
anyway.
off my charger whilst you're doing that.
He's gone already. What's he doing? In 2 minutes. That's all he could handle. The Dad's RC hanger. It's just too much Friday feeling. Here he comes. He's back. Right. So, in a minute, we're going to give you a full view. Well, I'm going to start writing down people's names in our Wheel of Fortune. So this bad boy, the Dumbo. I mean, as you said in your video, that you used to live near where they used to fly this sort of thing. I mean, do you want to tell us a bit about this before you go into the big shot?
About the full size and my experience.
Yeah, about the full size one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's for most British people and Commonwealth people, it's really in our blood. The Americans have their B-17s and their B-29s and their Liberators. And we, of course, have the Lancaster. It's for the full size. I lived in when I was growing up. After I moved from London, we moved up to Lincolnshire, Bomber County. That's during World War II, where most of the RAF bomber command bases were, and it was littered with airfields, as you would say. But when I'm not that old, obviously, but even at my young age, when I was a teenager in the 90s, the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight was based just up the road. Still based just up the road from my parents, and I remember working with my parents in the fields or just being out in the garden, and every summer you would hear it first, and that's the thing. So you would hear the Merlins, and you'd run out and you'd crane your neck like this, and then you'd see it. And I think it was always the Hurricane first for whatever reason, and then the Spitfire would come escorting the Lancaster.
Yeah.
And I guess they would then formate up somewhere wherever they were going over the air show they were attending that particular afternoon. And it was great. It was magical to hear it first, then to see it, and then you got a sense for it. And then I knew when the airshow calendars were on. This was before you had an app that would check the flight plan of any aircraft in the world. So you just kind of got a sense for it, and that really gave me appreciation for it. That was even before I started even getting really into reading history books. Then when I was able to drive around to the old disused airfields and explore what was left there, which you haven't done, and when you guys are able to do it again, I highly recommend just getting some maps and some references and finding those old airfields, because it's really quite an experience to stand there and just imagine what was there 70 or 80 years ago. You can feel it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. I think, we've got quite a few friends from the other side of the pond today, from America as well. I mean, it must be the same sort of thing, really. If they see their sort of old B-52s and stuff like that, it's just iconic. I mean, we think of war as a terrible, terrible thing, but obviously that if you're a plain person, then there's a lot of beauty that was brought out at the same time.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I mean, let's give you a bit of pride of place. There you go. So people can see you, Stuart. So I mean, what made you sort of want to bring the V3 of the Lancaster then? I mean, why?
Yeah, well, it's there was 2 versions previous, and a good friend of mine called Paul Sassbauer, who used to work at Hobbyking for a good number of years, he and I worked together out of the Hong Kong office, and he worked on a V2, and he did what he could to strip it down in terms of unnecessary parts. I wouldn't say unnecessary, just parts that weren't so suitable to a model of that size. Like, Bombay doors are great, and operating Bombay doors, what a great feature,
Yeah.
especially for the time. But in the cold light of day on a model that size, it probably had more of a negative effect than it had a positive, other than it being a cool feature. So he removed some of that and a few other bits and pieces and made some improvements, but he wanted to keep the gear in. And the gear added quite a bit of weight in total. And it flew, but it flew better than the V1 for being that much lighter, but it still could bite you. And I was thinking about that, and I had a V2 in the box for the longest time. And then when I had time recently over summer, I decided to play around with it. And I always thought I wanted to go back to the really, really basics. The basics of when I first saw electric models really take hold, or before the advent of brushless this was. I remember going to model events, in particular some of your listeners might remember Old Warden in Bedfordshire. It's a full-size airfield, and they used to have RCM&E, the magazine in the UK, used to have really, really nice fly-ins there. And I remember seeing a Lancaster on electric brushed, and it was hand launched, and it flew really, really nicely, and it really caught my imagination. And it flew so well because it was light. So I remember thinking, trying to, if you like, develop the concept of this model. It was based on that. It was based on seeing those lightweight models flying all the better for it back in the day.
Yeah.
So with that, I had my V3. I stripped out the gear and whatever else I could that I felt was not necessary, and I knew that differential thrust was more accessible to all, and even myself, I understood it a lot more than I did when the V2 came out. It wasn't even a consideration then, at least not in my mind. And I put all those things together, and I tried it, and it worked, better than I actually expected. And then I started to think, well, this could be a good thing to bring back. Certainly the subjects, the actual full-size subject is popular, especially with the Brits, Commonwealth folk. And then I thought, well, if we can show that it flies better than it has done before, and if we lighten it up and get it flying at a much more acceptable level, then I think we might well have something. Still a little bit apprehensive because of the experience people have with the V1, and then to some extent the V2. And all that was taken into consideration as well. And when I say that, I say it will still stall on you. It will still snap if you slow it down too much and pull too hard on the elevator. But I've tried to be as upfront with people in our promotions and tell people about that and show them that when it does do it, it will do it, but not as violently as before. So all of that is to say, it all came together, and the lightweight heavy bomber concept was born, and then very quickly put to market because I already had this idea for years, and then I was able to work on it. Which, that's basically the long and short of the model.
I'd seen this previous a long time ago. I think, I was watching RC stuff and bits and pieces before I could, get into it. I thought this is the time I want to get into it in bits and pieces. So, as soon as I saw your video in bits and pieces, I bought it straight away, which is quite lucky because they are out of stock at the moment. I mean, do you know roughly when they're being stock, or?
Yes, I do know there's we're talking about the UK. I know they're out of stock there. That said, there are still some in the Netherlands warehouse, and in spite of Brexit, I understand that it is still possible to order exactly that model from the Netherlands warehouse to the UK. I've seen some customers that have done it, and it is indeed possible. So if you're really desperate for one, you could always order from the Netherlands warehouse. It'll probably get to you within 5 days or so. But if you want to wait and get them in the UK, there is a very limited amount coming in to the UK warehouse in the next couple of weeks. But then after that, we kind of fell foul of Chinese New Year, and we tried to get more before Chinese New Year, but unfortunately it just wasn't possible. So when you take that into consideration, we're probably at least 8 weeks away from having stock again, unfortunately. But that said, we've still got lockdown, especially in the UK. Not many people are flying anyway, so it's not necessarily that. It's disappointing, but it was unavoidable, fortunately.
Yeah, I mean it's I mean there's still obviously like now you've got back in stock that I saw, which is the Messerschmitt 109. That's back in stock, which I accidentally pushed on the buy button today. So
Right, okay.
another unboxing
Annoying when
coming.
that happens, right?
But so you're I mean, sort of Hobbyking, seem to be sort of like bringing out back a lot of stuff. I mean, what sort of stuff should we be looking for? I mean, what sort of stuff is Hobbyking going to bring to the market in the near future? Because I mean, by the time summer comes, I mean, cross fingers, we'll be ready to fly out there. So any inside hints what might be coming?
Yeah, well, there will be more of these reiterations of models from the past. To start with, and we'll talk on that first. There are brand new models coming as well, and we'll come on to that as well. But it's when you've got the molds there and you've got a model there that had a following before, and you can see the market's changed, maybe things need to be adapted and changed in the product and in the model as well. It's really advantageous to, and I'm in a fortunate position, and the company is with these molds that we have, to be able to look at them again and reimagine them. And it's also it's a quicker way of getting new product to the market. But also you've got to remember, and I've been told this before, and it makes a lot of sense. Just because it's an old model to someone who's been flying for 5 years or so, doesn't mean it's not a new model to someone who's only been flying like 1 or 2 years. So that's very true. So it gives us an opportunity to breathe new life into models and products that are older, but with an update and some tweaks and a scheme, listening to feedback from the community, working that into the product. It actually means you get a much better product at the end of it in a shorter time frame than it would be developing a brand new model from the ground up. That is something we're doing. We're getting right back into the swing of that. Some very, very cool stuff.
If I just stop you there, Stuart. I mean, we'll go to questions and answers. I forgot what camera I'm on. This camera. We will go questions and answers to Stuart in a minute, because I'm seeing some questions and we're not being rude. It's just that I want to sort of get the feeling of Stuart and Hobbyking. So there was just a quick one that RC Sean Brady, sorry, Sean. he's just actually asked, is the what's he just asked there? He's asked, will the V3 B17 be coming soon?
I can honestly say there's not a V3 planned of that, but there are more V2s on the way to the warehouse. And this is just to give your guys and everybody here a little background into the limitations of updating old models. It gets to a certain point, with the restrictions of the molds and the materials and the technology in that particular model, that you can only take it so far. And in all honesty, when I did the V2 of the B17, keeping in mind manufacturing limitations and budgetary limitations, because we want to keep this B17 as affordable as we can, especially for a model of that size, and I like to think that we have. You kind of reach a ceiling, and whilst certainly the wires and the servo leads and everything could be a lot tidier now, I would actually prefer to save changes like that and other changes and incorporate it into a brand new model. And that's not to say that's not going to happen. It could happen, it could not. But when you get to a certain point, it's just better. You can only reinvent the wheel so much, is I guess what I'm saying. You won't see a V8 Lancaster, for example. That's pretty much it for now.
Okay, great stuff. So as I say, we'll come back to questions. I mean, Stuart's been really kind enough to be grilled, or I should I say, I've been asked questions and stuff. So we'll go back to that in a second. So if you can carry on, sort of, Stuart, what Hobbyking's sort of thinking of soon, sort of like within the next couple of months, 3 months after Chinese New Year. I mean, what is Hobbyking getting a feel for the market?
As much as I can, I will. You'll see some models that have been out before, reimagined. They'll be coming out, and that's not just in the next month or so. That's throughout the year and into next year as well and beyond. But then that's going to be punctuated by new releases. new releases for Hobbyking, but also brand new releases for the industry in a whole. And when I say that, I mean there may be some models that you may have seen from other people, and now we're working on those and making them our own. But more importantly, you will see brand new, developed in-house with our trusted partner models that the industry has never seen before, and they are coming too this year.
Brilliant.
It's going to be a mix of scow, sports, and a few things in between.
Okay.
We just really want to get back into the swing of things.
No. I think I think the whole world just wants the, put a full stop, exclamation mark, or whatever you like to do, and say, enough's enough. Let's get on with life. But so I mean,
well, yeah, in general, because it sucks right now.
But I mean, do you think there's any kind of like, a lot of companies now, not pinpointing anybody, companies are bringing out balsa planes. I mean, do you think that's something that Hobbyking would go down?
Well, we've got something out in our range. We just recently released, although it was limited edition, and it was very well received, the Kingcraft Super Steerman, and that was very well received, and it's taught us a lot about our customers. So that's good, because all that information, whilst that model itself is not available, or won't be available once it's sold out anymore, the information we got internally is very helpful, and the feedback we got from customers is very helpful, and we can then put that into development of future balsa kits and ARF. I mean, look behind me. This is my own personal crap up here, but you can see that I have a fondness for balsa. So it's definitely something you're gonna see more of. I should hope in both kits and ARF form, because I might get in trouble for saying this. Balsa does fly better at the end of the day, especially the bigger balsa. So
that's a bold statement.
If people are not aware of that because they just haven't tried, then if I can facilitate that experience in some way, along with the team and the rest of the guys here at Hobbyking, that would give us a very good feeling. That's a good motivation.
Yeah, I've seen that sort of a lot of things seem to be happening on Hobbyking. Lots of different things are going on, and like as I say,
right.
You're bringing this. So it sounds like that. Obviously, you're back at the helm as well. After a little...
Yeah, I'm now working with a great bunch of guys at the Hong Kong office and heading up the aircraft development, and also trying my best to help and manage the categories around aircraft. And as a company, we're still focusing on aircraft, just as our core area of the hobby, because I think it's always what we've known best for, as well as batteries and electronics and stuff like that. There is still improvements to be made, and we are definitely always listening to the feedback. We know that spare parts have been a constant nag. I very much understand the value of spare parts, and you will be seeing more of that. I think even already you would have seen, I'm not sure if they've hit the shelves yet, but there is a container full of spare parts coming. And in fact, I was speaking to the UK warehouse manager, and she was quite upset because there's so many parts on the container. So if you're not seeing that on the shelves already, you will very soon. But obviously, that takes some time to push through the purchasing system and get on the water and everything else, and get in stock. Customer service, I actually think we've got a very good customer service, and I'd like to pay respects to our guys out in New York and the team there. They work very, very hard, and I think if you're dealing with those guys, especially, then you're mostly going to have a very, very good experience if you're following our guidelines and terms and conditions. But it's not without its challenges. We've got a way to go to be in a better place for everyone's experience of the company. But there is determination from some good key people in the company to make that happen. And fingers crossed, world happenings aside, that should happen.
Yeah.
But of course, we can't escape that. Although I don't want to fall down a rabbit hole and talk about Corona, because that's just too depressing. But fingers crossed we'll be okay. Chris, I can't hear you.
No, yes, it's me. I actually tried to sort out my audio earlier on, and I forgot to do something, so I had to be careful as I get feedback and bits and pieces. But yeah, this is the Friday feeling. This is where we shut the doors, shut the windows, and we're in our own little RC cocoon. Yeah. And for however long it is, this is when we'll just talk about RC. But yeah, as I say, in America, I've seen them doing a Apologies, I've forgotten your colleague's name, but he's doing a lot of the unboxings, and you're doing a lot of the flying.
Yeah, he's one of the CS guys, and he's now doing more work with the marketing team. And he's got a slightly better. He's got a studio set space that's not basically cluttered like this. So we said that, okay, well, I'll do the flight reviews and as much as I can there, because it looks much better to present at the field, and he's going to work on doing inside studio stuff to give more informative technical from the bench stuff. And I think at some point soon we'll be able to move to an even better space to bring you even better quality, or Rob will be able to bring you even better quality internal stuff from the workbench, as it were.
Yeah, I think
it's a far cry from what we were doing a few years ago.
Yeah.
But we've had to refocus, and we're doing that now, and it's going to build up.
Okay. Well, what we'll do, we'll go over to questions, because I see a lot of people are asking questions of bits and pieces.
Yeah, and I'm sorry because there's a little lag between the messages I'm seeing and then our feed.
Yeah, I mean, the trouble is with I found this with live, is that's why I don't watch live. I just watch what I'm sending, because I think there's about a minute maybe of delay. So it's it's a bit of a pain in the rear end.
When you talk, I'll try and catch up on questions. But for everybody there, sorry if I've been missing questions. But Chris, you're going to go for them now.
I'm just going to move this across, because for some reason I've got my a bit of black screen, which is there we go. Right. So what we'll do is that we'll head back up to some questions. So if you see a good one, just say stop. I mean, people start saying questions now.
You pick them out. That's
okay. Let's pick a good one out. There you go. You've been invited to Warbird Summer.
Yeah, they have some amazing videos, and they've got all the right models for me. They've got those quarter scale and bigger.
And where are they?
Warbirds with the radials and all sorts. They're in Norway.
Norway.
They do check out their channels. They do some beautiful videos of their events there.
Okay, right. We're still waiting for questions. In fact, let's start from the bottom, because there might be. Thank you. Yes. It was really kind of Stuart coming on the channel, don't you think? The man's a goddamn hero. Right. So here's one from Shadow Ops. Is there a chance in the future you will carry FR Sky S8R? I've been trying to buy S6Rs from you guys, but I have a bird that 6-channel does not cut it. So I didn't know you didn't sell the S8R.
I honestly, I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to look, if I could come back to that, then I can
if you have a look. So Shadow, hold tight. We'll get back to your question in a second. Let's Blue Angels C130.
I can answer that. Okay, the S8R we haven't got yet, but we do carry FR Sky, and I love their receivers, so that's going to be noted. And we're actually placing orders right now before Chinese New Year. So I will definitely
Shadow. Just see
if I can get that on the list.
Yep. If not, we'll have to have a little chat afterwards. I might have a spare one.
Oh,
anyway, so William Decker saying, I also still need a Blue Angels C130.
C130. Okay, well this is like livestock report.
Yeah, I mean
we had some come from our supplier recently, I think.
Okay.
Let's have a quick look. And just to be clear, I don't mind answering stock questions.
No, that's brilliant. I mean, I did say to you, it's going to be sort of like everything's going to be thrown at you, and I think the biggest questions at the moment. With anybody, not just Hobbyking, is delivery. I mean, God bless them and everything else, but UPS and FedEx, and they're just, I think they're just overwhelmed at the moment. And
and then with everything else,
poor ships with the. I mean, as many people know, that the UK are not part of Europe anymore. So it's even worse for us. It really is. But yeah. Okay, so the C130 possibly on.
I don't know where that gentleman is, but we do have some in the UK. There's some that
C130.
C130. They're not on the way yet, but they will be ordered. So expect them before the summer.
I just nearly saw who said the C130. William Decker.
There it is. William Decker. If you're in the UK, we have stock. If not, then there's a little bit of a wait. But the C130 will be coming back by the summer.
Okay, Victor's saying glad to see parts are coming, which is brilliant.
Trying our best.
So that's a good one. Have we got any more? Any more questions? You know, Stuart's a very busy man, and you know, I'd like you to punish him. I mean, ask him questions that you cannot normally.
Actually, no, it's all good. It's Friday night. Okay, working from home, but the kids are asleep.
Oh, there you go. William Decker's in the USA.
Okay, yeah. No, there's not any in the water at the moment to the US. In the water, on the water. That was a Freudian slip.
Floating over the pond.
But they will be ordered and they'll be on the way. So expect them before the summer.
Okay, so it's just another shipping thing. That's fine. We got Victor RC Jet saying, "Love jets. Will you be releasing anything new this year for a jet? That'd be interesting."
We're looking at all the different genres of fixed wing RC, and jets is definitely one of them. I can say it's something that we're looking at. I can't say we're going to release anything this year or next year or in 2 months' time. But I can say it's definitely on our radar.
Okay. I was just going to write any questions there. Yeah. They saw my typos live. I can't spell to save my life. I even spelt Stuart's second name wrong.
Oh, it's a terrible surname.
I got it changed though. I got it changed. Yep. Right. Okay. Okay. There's the 130. Said I did see another question just then. What's that? What's the chance of largish mossy?
I love mosquitoes, so there's every chance. But at the same time, there could be no chance. I would like to see one. I'm sure many of us would. There are some out there. It's just really with these things, it's a case of putting aside my own personal desires, or putting them to one side and then seeing how the market might emulate my own personal desires. Is a mosquito popular? Yes, it is. Is it popular enough to justify the extreme amount of investment that would be needed to develop a good one and the mold costs? Yes, most probably, but we've just got to be in the right space to do that.
I think. Yeah. Thank you, Warbird Pilot. By the way, I think that any warbird, in my eyes, anyway. I mean, I'm the noobest of this chat probably. But any warbird in my books is a winner. Everyone will buy warbirds. Full stop. I believe anyway.
I'd like to see warbirds have a little bit of a renaissance. It was warbirds. This hobby, especially this segment of it, really goes in phases. And you'll hear people say that before, and they'll say it again. And we're very much in like a EDF phase right now, and maybe that will continue for a lot longer, or maybe it will stay. It can change. Sports models very, very popular, like EFX races.
Tom, sorry, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, Tom. Tom Hunt, very good friend of Hobbyking. Good to see you here, Tom. And then you've got like the stall thing. Everyone's done a stall model now in one shape or another. And warbirds were very, very big, and I'd like to think that people are missing them a bit now, and it gives me an excuse to bring more back. I do love other types. I love stall planes. Yeah. I love gliders.
A quick question, Quay, still there. Gary Hall. I think it's the same. The spares for the Hurricane on the same spares shipment that's coming in. This is Gary Hall. When's the UK getting spares for the 750mm Hurricane?
Let's have a butcher's.
Yes, also Mark Crouch has come up with a good one as well about batteries, which I'm also waiting for.
They are coming from our factory in China, so they're not on that one. But that's something we can get to the warehouses far quicker than the big models, because that's stuff that we can send by air. So I know there's been a lot of talk and requests for those smaller spare parts. Right. So I'm going to look into getting them to the regional warehouse as soon as possible. They, of course, can be in the Hong Kong warehouse very quickly as soon as we receive that order from our factory. but then of course you'd have to order from Hong Kong. However, if it's possible, I would look at getting those parts air freighted over to the regionals, so you guys could be fixing your models sooner rather than later.
Hamilton's Hangar, welcome. Yeah, another one from over the pond.
Oh yes, yeah, there we go.
Hamilton's Hangar, yeah, he's a lovely
he was
guy.
in our podcast with Jeff just the other week on the Lancaster.
Yep.
Custom RC. So good to see you.
Yep, Jeff's a great guy. I watch his channel a lot. I mean, most of the big Hamilton's Hangar, I always watch his YouTube secondhand, because I'm counting sheep when he actually does his videos, like a lot of people. William Decker, more large VQ World War One birds, please.
VQ World War One. Also ARF World War One.
Yeah, ready to fly.
Yeah. I like World War One too. I can't say there's nothing big in that pipeline, but on the smaller scale of things, there is definitely some World War One stuff coming.
Brilliant. Sounds good. So, and before we go to sort of like,
actually, well, sorry that I said, yeah, there is something big World War One coming.
Okay, let's go to a big shot. We got a Dad's RC Hangar exclusive from Stuart Warne from Hobbyking. Talk to me.
Yeah, well, I've got to speak in Vegas, otherwise I'm really going to get into trouble. There is something big, and it's a World War II type of plane, and that's it. That's all I could say.
Ah, well, there you go. You know, I mean, you know, I really appreciate you answering all those questions. Anyway, Stuart, you're a great man, and I appreciate you wanting to come on. So, but we do know something's coming, and that's a good thing. I mean, from what I said, I mean, you've been very honest. I mean, you know, which is great, but you know, hands up. You know, it's no fault of Hobbyking that the world's in a bit of a weird one at the moment, and trying to get parts here, there, from everywhere. There's just one thing I want to ask, because obviously the UK, I'm being selfish here now, just for the UK. When we order from China, I mean, is there any more costs than there used to be because of Brexit?
I don't honestly know. All I know is that, you know, with anything you would order, I think back in, you know, a few years ago it was less so, but I think the courier companies are far more acutely aware of stuff that's coming in now. At the end of the day, if you order from Asia, you're pretty much going to get stung with customs import tax. And now with Brexit, it could be even more on their radar. I'm not in the UK, so I haven't ordered, so I have no experience myself of ordering from Asia into the UK. But if you're ordering from the Hobbyking warehouse, I would say you can expect to have, you know, some extra to pay on that. Okay, well,
I've just adding more people. When more people come in, I'll have to add them to the wheel of fun.
Oh, right, yeah.
So that's what I'm doing over here. So
I'm trying to scroll up the questions here, seeing, and there's lots of shout. So I'm just gonna say hello to everybody.
Yeah. Please do. Give them all some love.
There we go. What else have we got here? Gary Hall, he's been starting the hobby 9 months ago, and he's 36 orders. That's impressive. Thank you, Gary. What else? We talked about the World War One. And yes, I would like to reiterate what Warbird Pilot said, and congratulations, Dan's Hangar, on the 500 subscribers.
Oh, bless you all. It's only because you guys are following me that I'll get past 500. So let's get past 1,000, and then, you know, we'll see what we can get in the hangar.
So I've seen the C130 question. I've seen that. So that's I think that was quite a popular model. I wasn't with the company when that was released, but I remember it being discussed as a concept before I left back in 2017, and I actually thought it was a terrible idea, and I was really, really happy to see that I was wrong and that they went for it, and did a really, really good job from what I could see. I've had one myself now, and I've flown it, and I've got a good impression of it. So I'd be interested to. I'm interested to see that people still have a fond affection for it. That's really good to hear.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, there's. I mean, when you sort of like myself, I'm always sort of like going through different forums and different channels on, you know, I'm probably worse than the kids looking on the phone and bits and pieces. And the amount of stuff that's from a broad range from past I mean, it's a bit like a model that I've got, which is not Hobbyking, obviously, LX model, the F4F. You know, that's quite an old model, but it's you know, if you've got a passion about RC model airplanes, even boats, planes, you name it, whatever, rockets, quads, and everything else, then you know it's a bit like when you're a kid, when you're a young lad, and you've got the the FX models. There's something that catches your eye, you love it, and you know I think it's great that obviously like someone like yourself has noticed that, and made the the Lancaster flyable, from what people have been saying, but to bring it back out, especially because I've got it in my hangar. So I thank you, Stuart, for that.
Yep.
I think that's really great thinking. That really is not sort of like, let's do something and something new, sell. It's sort of like, well, let's fix something and let's bring it back, which is fantastic in my book. So,
well, I mean, I've got one behind me here, and
yeah.
I know you had yours in the box. Did you have a chance to?
Well, I've unboxed it, but it's I still have it because I do the it's talk to what, because obviously I do everything in my videos. I don't build it until I do the video.
Right.
A lot of people say, oh, it takes you ever so long to do that, and it's like, well, yeah, because I wait for every video, so I'll do half an hour build, and because I'm very sort of intricate and I moan a lot and waffle on. It takes a while to do, but if you do a full-on building, it could take you sort of an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And when you think about it, that's 4 YouTube movies.
Yep.
So it's but it gives me excitement because I get excited about that Friday feeling, because in my eyes, back in the hangar building planes is that Friday feeling. You can't beat it in my eyes. But anyway, so let's I'll just talk about what we're going to give stuff. This is what we're going to do. We can give stuff away. So I'm just going to go from me to a big screen for a second.
And then, sorry, Chris, I also wanted to, and after that...
oh, hang on. Go on. Sorry. Everyone's applauding you, Stuart, because you're such a hero. Go on.
I was just going to say, because I've got one here, if anybody has some questions about the Lancaster specifically, I can talk through all of that and some of the things to look out for and little things like that if they have questions.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, I mean, we are a minute delayed, but that's okay. But has anyone got any specific? And I said that right, and I'm not normally say that word correct. Anyone got any questions about the Lancaster that they need to know and would like to know? So I mean, look at that, Petronic Brothers! Wow, look at that! I feel humbled.
Very nice guys.
Yeah, they are. I'm a huge fans of both of them.
Robert
and Blaz. Blaz, obviously, we share a nitro passion.
You mean these ones?
Oh, there you go. Bit of nitro porn on Dad's RC Hangar. You can't get it better.
I love that stuff.
But especially a UK made one as well. So.
Well, I know that Roberts and Blaz have got a Lancaster as well, so it's good to see them on here. But
yeah.
Any questions? Anything you want to see inside the model, or any questions about setup? Welcome them.
Okay, well let's go back to the questions and see if anyone wants to. Hi Robert, hi Blaz, how you doing? Thanks for popping by. So, has anybody got any questions for Stuart about the Lancaster specifically? He's here to answer them. Now, I know what he's doing. He's also doing. The best way to fly this is with the differential thrust, putting more power on one side of the props. Now, Stuart's been kind enough, because I was sort of like scratching my head thinking, oh yeah, I'll do it like that, and then I'll do, oh my god, So what he's going to do is he's going to put the download link for the what format is it going to be for?
Well, this is so yeah. I'll tell the little story that you're aware of now. So I saw in the video I was flying it on the Jumper TX16, which we have now, and brilliant radio, really enjoying. That's OpenTX radio. But I'm new to that radio because I usually have my very old but rock solid Tyrannus, and I managed to when I was trying to copy that model memory to the website for everybody to enjoy that operates that radio and that protocol, I accidentally deleted it. So I haven't got it at the moment. What I do have is from my original test of that V2, the V2 that I conceptualized the V3 on. I've still got that setting. And this is for, not, I mean, this is not even a Tyrannus Plus. This is just a Tyrannus, so it's really quite old. But that setting might be useful. But what might be more helpful, I was thinking, Chris, I could quickly, if I can get the camera position right, just quickly show in very, very, rough terms how the differential's set up on my radio here from the display, if that shows well enough for you guys on the camera. So maybe, Chris, you can tell me if that looks good for you. I don't know, guys, if that looks good for you as well. I can come on to that if that helps.
So I will unmute myself and try that one again, shall I? Yeah, I can see that. So if I can see it, then everybody else can see it. So, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Robert's just said
Robert.
that he's filmed a video of how to set differential thrust. So.
And yeah, I remember speaking to him about that. And thank you for jogging my memory, Robert. I think, Robert, correct me if I'm wrong, you did that on the TX16. So if you have, that's good. But whilst I've got it here, I'll just quickly...
Yeah, don't forget to go and check out Robert's channel and look at this differential thrust, because you're going to need that to fly this puppy the best way possible. So
I think it absolutely gets the most out of it. I mean, before, and we can talk about the concept of that as well. It was always banking and yanking with the Lancaster. You had to fly it like a fighter. It's a graceful beast, not a fighter. So it was missing something, and I thought, well, I could run. Back in the V2, we was thinking, we could add rudder servos, but that just adds more weight and cost and complication. But then with differential thrust, it just gave you that yaw control without any additional weight or cost, it seemed like a no-brainer for me. So with that setup, it means you can do flatter turns, which are then in turn slower turns, and it means you're not banking over and looking more like a fighter than you would a Lancaster. Lancasters don't, from memory anyway. I'm welcome. If anybody wants to correct me, please do it. My memory of Lancasters is because they're slower, more controlled, yawed and bank turns. And certainly that translates in the model. You may have seen in the video, you've kind of seen that it just looks that much better. And that's what I liked about it. It gave this model a more authentic Lancaster experience. Not only was it able to fly better because it had more control authority, and it was slower in turns, which removed you from the danger zone of the stalls to some extent. It had that much better look at it. It looked more like a Lancaster because it was turning with your control, which was nice. So just to show you, of course. Now she starts saying low battery.
That's always the way. Always the way.
Let's just ignore her for a second. She gets annoying when she says that. If you can see that on the monitor, you'll see channel 1 and channel 5, which are...
Bring it there. A bit more. There you go. Yeah.
Okay, channel... No, bloody hell. It's got to get... I knew this would be a disaster.
Nothing like doing it live. It's brilliant.
So channel 1 and channel 5 are my ESC. So I have one ESC into channel 1 and the other one into channel 5. And you can see now how it mixes when I give it rudder input. You can see now at the moment it's off, but if I turn it on, I've got it on a switch. You'll be able to see that with throttle, you can see the throttle moving left and right, but you also see rudder input moving left and right. Do you see that?
Right, I see.
So hopefully, in this very rough demonstration, that gives an impression. But if she would shut up for a minute, and if I go to the mixer, because that's what it is, if you can see that... Where's the bloody camera?
Yeah, just about, yeah.
So you can see on channel 1 and channel 5, I've got rudder mix in to my throttle. And essentially, you just assign part of the throttle to the rudder, part of the rudder movement to the throttle channel, and Bob's your uncle. But I'm giving up on this now, this demonstration.
No, that's fine. I mean, it was something we spoke about before. I mean, it's...
Robert's got a video that's coming, and we've got a video coming as well. So you covered it all.
I think everybody's covered it, including me. I mean,
Sorry about the
I wouldn't like to do one at the moment because I mean, yeah, yeah. And they go. Fix has just said the actual thing. Live is more fun.
It is. It is. You can't
Absolutely
escape
right.
it. It
Absolutely
is what
right.
it is. That's all right. But I know I will have. I will say on differential. Don't do it 1-to-1. So what I mean is, if you let me think about this. If you give what is it? You want 25% of throttle to rudder movement. That's what I want to say. Because otherwise, if you give it 1-to-1, if you give left rudder, you're going to be doing cartwheels or catering wheels,
Yeah.
which could be a lot of fun, but you
Yeah.
don't want to
No,
try.
you'd end up crashing.
Yeah. So that ratio, you're going to knock right back down to like just 25% of input with the mix, and that's really all it needs. Even more than 40, it will. It's too aggressive. It only needs the smallest amount.
Well, it did. I mean, it did have a problem, didn't it, with the tip stall, which obviously that
Yeah,
solves.
yeah. And I saw a question about wing loading and how much it's reduced it by. I forget the figure, but I think the weight I removed was probably about 160 grams from the model, which in itself doesn't weigh. It doesn't sound that much. But then when you consider it in a model of this size, which is only just a fraction over 1300 millimeters, I forget what that is in old money. I think it's probably around 50 inch, something like that. Um, it's quite a significant difference. I thought it wouldn't be, but I tried it and it was. And again, if you reference the flight video that we've got out there already, it can slow down. That's one thing. People were saying, "Oh, V1 and V2 always flew really fast." Yeah, they did. Um, but hopefully, we didn't cut the video much. What you were seeing in the flight video was truly how it was flying, and that was most of the time for cruising at around half throttle.
Mm.
I wouldn't say flight dead stick. It's very draggy anyway, with those four propellers just not moving. So always keep a bit of power. You've just got to watch the elevator in the turn. Don't slow it down too much in the turn, and don't pull too hard on the elevator. Even at the reduced weight, it will still stall like most models, but it's a lot friendlier when it happens compared to the previous version.
Yeah, so there's a quick question on the Albatross. It's Simon Shaw. I use a differential thrust on the Albatross. Who's that to?
Oh yeah, I've been using that one. I did a video of that, and I spoke to Simon at Northeast FPV about this a few weeks ago. We were having a chat offline, and it's amazing on the Albatross. I even went so far as to remove my water rudder from the Albatross because the differential just has so much authority.
Okay.
It's a really, really good thing for the Maltese. And
Was this as William? Sorry to interrupt. So was this William saying about there's a name moulded inside the Lancaster?
oh, yeah, he's harking back to some Easter eggs that I did.
Where is his name?
There is no name. All there should be in your Lancaster is your operator's ID. That's it. Either in the UK or Europe.
Oh, just one thing while you're on live, because I keep forgetting. If you could tell me, why is there a battery strap at the back here?
Oh, yeah, well, I'll answer that and then I'll go back to the name thing. With that, and that brings me on to another thing. You would have seen in our promotion and our material, there is a lump of lead in the nose here, right?
Yeah.
That was there from the V2 when it had retract versions. However, it was actually easier to install it and have it in there and tell people about it than just have it rattling around in the box.
Right.
And what you actually do, a little strangely, but if you want to fly in this V3 configuration out the box, which is with these plastic skid plates, which are coming as a spare part, by the way, for those of you who want to convert your V2 if you still have them. If you want to fly exactly stock out the box V3, the one thing you have to do, if flying on a 13 or 1400 3S, is I'll open it up, just put your fingers in here, and you'll feel the little lump of lead. And Chris,
Yeah.
I think you've already found that for yourself, right?
Yeah, I haven't taken it
Now,
out yet.
take that out, and that's part of the weight saving as well. Now, you talked about the strap at the back. With the retracts, with a 2200, some people, and I think it was almost exclusively, were finding that to get the CG, you needed to fly with a 22 back here when you have the retracts installed
Right.
here and here. So that's what it's a hang up from the V2, but if people are fitting those optional retracts, it's still useful to have it there. As it is, though, I've got my 1400 Rhino Pack 3S here. I've got the wires underneath this fitted piece of soft foam. I like things as tidy as they can be, so you guys can
As you can,
do
as you
that.
can.
And then behind that, I've got my little 6-channel FR Sky receiver, where that other battery strap is, and that's my layout. And it works really, really well. Just another little note: we mentioned it in the manual. There are screws for the wing, but it's only 1300 mil or 1320 mil, so it transports actually really, really easily and stores really easily. I would go, that extra mile and just glue the wings onto the fuselage because it just adds that much more strength. And we mentioned that in the manual too.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, it's Hamilton's Hangar saying he likes it as a hand launcher. I mean, which
Yeah, it's
I don't think I'd put the undercarriage on the wheels. I think that, especially how you launched it as well. I did like the way you launched it because you didn't launch it like a dart. It was more sort of like, you held the top and then went up.
it was kind of like a greyhound holding it back, and he was just like, yeah, off it goes, and there it went. Lots of power, lots of power, and at this size, it just suits that configuration. I think again, going back to what I said at the beginning, it reminds me of those brush models of yesteryears that were just concentrating on getting the profile right and modeling an interesting subject, and it gives you the ability, with electric, of course, to do these multi-engine ones. And now that it's that much lighter, comes into land, the skid plates work really, really well. You've got to keep a bit of speed on, and then at the very last second, just to reduce the risk of breaking props, not that I actually have on any landing with this Lancaster on its plane. Just cut the throttle at the last second, and you'll see in the video how it is. It can even slightly cartwheel a bit on the ground, and it didn't do any damage. You just got to keep it flat. So
I mean, do you find the bomb doors get scratched up a lot? Because I noticed there's no extra protection on there.
They do, in all honesty. I mean, it's still, if you look at it, they are still below the line of the nacelles. But they've got some scuffs. And, there's no denying it that they will have some scuffs. But if you're landing on grass, especially damp grass, you won't really notice it. You could always, Chris, you varnish your models or you cover them with some special coats.
Yeah, I mean, there's I've got some actually. Some here. I mean, we can. I mean, we can use the Minwax. I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Polyacrylic Minwax.
It will get scratched up, but not as much as you might think. And just as a little side note for you guys, I did try and do this same skid plastic on the doors, but I just didn't want to. It just added more weight than I wanted, so I left it as it is. However, if you guys have got access to a model shop with Tamiya, I think it's XF1. It's their little pots of paint, and it's the matte black. That's a really good match for this black. It's not 100%, but it's pretty close. So a quick touch up with that, and you'll be away.
Okay. Just a quick speak out to Victor. Yeah, I mean, Victor, I didn't realise you was that sick, my friend. Last time you was on your birthday, so sorry to hear you're not well, but hope you are getting better anyway. Which is never a nice thing, is it? There's scary stuff. So I mean, there was also the batteries for the Lancaster. When were they being stocked? Do you know roughly?
If that specific one is out of stock, there's batteries on the water all the time because batteries are a very core item of Hobbyking. And if that one is not available, I can grab one now and just give you the exact weight, because what you'll find, you could get a 1300 with a higher C and it weighs the same as this 1400 that's a slightly lower C.
That'd be great, because I think that especially myself, sort of would like to get it right, because I mean the worst thing is that you put a different kind of battery in a plane that someone said don't do, and it will fly totally different. So it's always good to go.
I mean the key thing is to get that CG in. From memory, it's 50 mils from the leading edge. Well, look, here we go. If you see the leading edge there, my finger there, that's the CG for a reference for you guys. Well, that's a little forward, but that's how I like it. It's right there, which is about, I don't know, 7 or 8 millimeters forward of this mold line here. But anyway, the battery, so that's what's important. As long as you get that CG and you've got a reasonably lightweight battery, you're going to be very, very good. So I will now get this battery.
Oh, okay.
And yes. I took my scales upstairs today and I thought I left them inside. But I didn't. They're here. So this is the pack I've been running on. It's the one we show in the video. And it's a very good pack. Just going to change that to new money. And here we go. I'm going to tear that. All right, so on that pack, it's 139 grams. So if you've got a 1300 that's approximately 139 grams, or 1500 that's this approximate capacity and that approximate weight, you'll get on a 1300 you'll get at least 5 minutes. At a push, I got just under 7 minutes, or approximately 7 minutes with mixed throttle use with this, which surprised me, but worked very, very well. And for that location, once you've taken out that lump of lead, let me show you guys. I want to get you guys a really good shot, so I'm going to get my camera angle right. All right, is that clear for you? Yeah, okay. I can see you muted yourself again, Chris. All right.
Yeah, I just muted myself because it was feeding back a bit, that's all.
Okay, so you've got the battery tray, and I put some Velcro on there. There's some Velcro included in the box. And then the plywood battery tray finishes, and there's these foam lugs either side. And to give you a reference, with a pack that weighs 139 grams, or is this size, let's see from memory, I fly with it there, just with the battery a little bit over the trading edge of that plywood, and that was good for me. And if I'm mistaken, you can just double check in our flight review, but I'm 99% sure that's where I have it from memory. Sorry, Chris, I can't hear you.
He's back. He's back
Yeah.
in place. I've got to stop muting myself. Me mute myself on Dad's Aussie Hing is just unheard of. Yeah, as I say, I've forgotten what I was going to say now. What was I thinking of?
Well, you asked about the battery, didn't you?
I was asking about the battery, but there was something else that I was thinking of. But yeah, I mean that was it. The manual. Yeah, the manual. Now I do download the manual because I put different planes and bits and pieces on my book and stuff, and it does say on there the CG. So as long as we're at that CG, then we're golden, presumably.
Yeah,
and within that sort of like 139 grams or whatever it was.
Yeah, let me just. I can give that in old money as well.
Yeah, actually. Old money would be good.
But it is important because it's all part and parcel of the concept of the lightweight heavy bomber. Yeah, it's 139 grams, which is 4.9 ounces in old money.
4.9 ounces, okay. There you go. Now I must jump in here. I mean, I didn't realise that so many people that that I follow and bits and pieces have had either a near COVID experience or COVID. I mean, it's great that everyone's on the mend, but it's frightening. I mean, I know that sort of Dad's Friday feeling is all about shutting the doors and the windows and forgetting about it for half an hour or so, or like an hour or so tonight. But you open them doors and it is quite real. So please everybody, sort of like keep safe. Hashtag just wear a mask. It's gonna if everyone done that, it would disappear. But anyway, so is there anything else you wanted to say about the Lancaster, or anything else? Is there any questions for Stuart?
I think I've pretty much covered all my tips, but yeah, happy to answer any other questions, or if there's anything that people feel that hasn't been covered enough, just let us know. If you follow the manual, we do rewrite the manual. There are tips in there. Construction tips to look out for, especially with the older way of doing things. As I said, this is almost 10 years old. The actual molds, the original model is almost 10 years old. So it uses an older method of assembly with glue joints as opposed to the screw joints, although it is lighter. Be sure to sand or remove with tape the paint from the foam where it will go and glue into the fuselage. And again, remove the paint from the fuselage where it will receive the horizontal stab. And it's the same with the vertical stabs. And of course, you're doing that because you want the best glue joint possible. Foam to foam is the best joint. And we mentioned CA in the thick CA in the manual, but also UHU type glue contact adhesive. My preference is for contact type adhesive. That takes longer to dry, but it gives a much better hold.
Okay, I'm just trying to get this. Trying to get. Trying to get. I'm going to move me. Look, there we go.
Oh, there we
Because
go. Yeah,
there's a lot of people that saying some lovely stuff, like Shadow Ops. You know, that you're trying to be price sensitive, which I've noticed as well. Which I think is brilliant.
Like going back to our core, I guess beliefs you'd call it. I've been saying this to a few people. I used to be not ashamed of the prices. That's the wrong word. Just, I guess, envious of the Ferraris out there, and knowing that we have the Fords, but Fords make great cars and they're great value. And I like to think that the Hobbyking models can be like that too. Okay. And I'm very, very proud of the position that we have that sense of affection in people's heart, and they remember us for good value for money. And it's not to say that they're cheap; it means they're good value. There's been some very good models at very good prices. There's been some terrible models as well, but for the most part, they've been very good for the money. And I'm proud to say, yeah, we've got a good value for money models on our site. We have more premium ones, and whilst previous releases might not necessarily reflect that. For the most part, the Durafly and Avios, which are brands that are very, very close to my heart, they're of a higher price point. But the reason being in the drive there is that you're getting a better quality and there's more fidelity in that product. Compare one of the Avios or the Durafly Warbirds to the H-King Lancaster, for example. The fit and finish, in my mind, it should be better on the Durafly models, and the components. You might get ball links or just better, stronger, more durable components than you would do, say, on the H-Kings. The H-Kings are made more to a budget-orientated price point, is what I'm trying to say. That said, they all fly very, very well, but we really like to cater for that market. And I see a lot of people reflecting that in their comments.
Trying to get my feedback sorted out, which is really.
Did I turn myself down?
Yeah. You might be feeding back to me, maybe.
Yeah. Is that
let's. There's quite a few questions now, so let's.
Yes. Yeah.
Fire off. So Alfie's Cartwright says, "Are there any more aerobatic models in the works?"
There is, and you will have something by the spring.
Okay. Northeast FPV. Stuart, what plane would you like to see come back on new?
Yeah, I replied to that one. All of them. And then I corrected myself. All of the good ones.
Good man. So, Sean, any chance of the Vulcan bomber? Wow, that would be awesome.
That would be something. I don't know how its appeal works globally. That's the only thing that would keep me on the fence with that, because I think the Lancaster would actually have more global appeal than the Vulcan. And you've got to remember that as much as I'm British and we're on a British show now, it's just a slice of the market. So we've got to keep all markets in mind. It's a tricky game. Otherwise, I'd be bringing out Vulcans and Buccaneers and all types like that to my heart's content. But it's not always viable.
Okay, and another question. Yeah, a Vulcan would be beautiful, baked in a silhouette on a summer's evening. Totally agree, Jeff.
Just to be out on a summer's evening would be beautiful,
wouldn't it? And that lovely one, Hobby. Yep, and then Alex Ziz said, "But I've got to add." I said, "Owen, can you answer that one? Because I've actually got to add him to the wheel of fun." Okay,
so indeed, more aerobatics, please. Yeah, Alex, I know you're a big fan of those types of models, and there are the aerobatic models coming in quite a few different forms, shapes and sizes. So yes, they will be. Shadow Ops. Oh, thank you, Shadow Ops.
That's good.
We try to be as price sensitive as we can. In answer to your comment there, Shadow Ops. Can't wait for the new EDFs you have in store. Neither can I. I'll have to see what happens there.
I think that's about it for the questions. I mean, we've kept you a long time, which I really appreciate, Stuart. I really do.
This is a pure pleasure for me, so please don't worry about it.
So there you go. Look at that. There we go. Let's stick it. What's that? getting skint. The finger clicks as always. I do know about the finger clicker. Yeah, you see something, you think, oh no, I've bought it. Oh well, never mind, it's coming. So it's come to the part of the show. So I'm just going to let's just make me big for a second. So you're not going anywhere, Stuart. You're still there. Don't worry.
I'm right here. That's fine.
Yeah, good. Right. So I want to give, as we're on camera, that camera. I want to give back to you guys because obviously it is a part of the fantastic. It's all about Alex, this show, really, because it's just fantastic for him to give up his time. It's just brilliant on a little old show like mine, which is fantastic. Now, obviously, I haven't got any sort of massive things to give away, but so we've got some giveaways for me. Is that and you must. I will bring up my email address, which you've got to send me. I'll have a name of who's won anyway. But we're going to have, if you want, there's a Dad RC Hanger hoodie. I'll send it to you regardless. If you don't want to use it to polish your car, whatever. Also, a Dad's RC Hanger T-shirt. Yes, you can have one of them. I know you want one. And also, I've got this hanging about in the hangar, and it's an X-Fly VTOL. Now, it's not exactly a huge, RC jet or whatever else, but it's a bit of fun, and it comes with everything in it. So, for what better way to give this away? Because obviously, everyone's becoming locked down, can't fly, and this thing could probably fly around your house. And it's got LEDs and everything. It is a really nice bit of fun toy. If that's, where is it? There, can you see that? I don't know if you can see what there it is here.
I can see it.
Yep. So that's going to be a giveaway anyway, and it's only fair that Stuart, what have you got anything to give away?
I've got something to give away. Are we doing the Wheel of Fortune first?
Well, let's show them what they can win.
Yeah, okay.
So
it feels
what is Hobbyking and yourself going to give today?
We've got a model that came out. Now I've got to explain. We're doing this quite crudely. I'm just going to hold my phone up.
Yeah, that's fine.
You should see it. It's a model that came out about a year or so, and I think when we priced it the way it was priced, and for what basically it was popular and it was good value for money. And I think a lot of people liked it. We've still got some in the warehouse, but it will not be seeing a return. So this is set to be discontinued at some point this year. However, we still have them, and it's still a great flying model. And I love the color scheme on this one. And it is the TTX 1100mm plug and fly.
There you go. So if you could just see it there. So Stuart is giving away this plane tonight from Hobbyking. If you look that up on the Hobbyking website, you'll see it. If you do win this plane, then send me your email and we'll have a chat. And obviously, I'll pass it on to Stuart, and he will get the plane. So now we're going to go to hopefully with everybody's names on it. It should pop up any second. There you go. Now that should have everybody's names on there. Apparently, it should have. I do hope if it should. I think I've got everybody on there. I'll be really worried if I haven't. I think I have anyway. So to make this fair, okay, I'm going to put some numbers here, okay, so that it won't be in any particular order. So between one, how many got? 1 and 4. So between 1 and 4, pick a number, Stuart.
Between 1 and 4. Oh, it's not that hard. I'll just pick number 1.
And number one. Okay, so the first prize we're going to give away is this. So that is number 1. So I've just got to make sure. So here we go. Now we've got to hope this works. Okay. So I hope everybody's ready. So let's spin the wheel. Who's going to win the Volt VTO? If it ever stops, does it ever stop? Is it stopping? It's stopping. It's stopping. It's. Oh, is it your name? Is it someone's name? Sean. There you go.
There we go.
So congratulations, Sean. I'm going to write this down. You have won the X-Fly. So you've won that, Sean. This is you. So if you can make sure that this is my email address. I'll leave that up there actually. Make sure you send me the email. I've got who's won. So and
we got someone who's not on the board. Jason Spinks. He doesn't see himself.
He's on the board. I did. He's not. Did I not? Yeah, he's not. He's there.
I don't see him myself. It's difficult to read the names when they're upside down.
I know. I mean, there should be enough. Hang on. Let's. Oh dear, that's not good, is it?
This is all the pitfalls of live interviews.
This is what happens when you do these things live. It's hang on. Let me make sure that this is
I'm just looking around to see if I can fill the time by teasing anything, but I'm not sure if I can. Maybe there's some Easter eggs in the background.
Oh, look, Michael, Michael, yeah. I mean, you might have just you're on the board. You're on my little thing here. Oh dear. Maybe there is let me look at this board. Maybe there's a limit to how many people are on there. Oh dear.
You'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way, perhaps.
How are we gonna do it the old-fashioned way?
Just get a roll call on the comment section, and then you'll just have to pick one at random yourself.
Oh, that is such a shame. I mean, I think it's because I wasn't expecting so many people. Don't worry, Sean. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have to, yeah, we'll have to. We'll leave comments afterwards, or that was a big boo-hoo, wasn't it?
I loved it.
That's. I mean, nothing like being live, is there? There's nothing like being live. I say on here. I wish you could see this actually. Yeah, I've got everybody. I've been sitting here adding everybody's names, and there's nothing on there that says restrict names.
Well, can you just spin it there and just you just tell us what's happening?
Hang on then. Let's. I just want to. I know what I did wrong. All
right.
So Sean, I'll have to sort something out for you, mate. Anyway. Hang on. I've just changed the width. Here we go. Text line width. I'll tell you what it was. Okay, now. I've been adding names as we've been going by. Okay. And there's a little thing at the bottom that says save. I forgot to save. Can you believe it? Can you Adam and Eve it? Right, so I'm going to now press save, and let's go back to our wheel of fortune. And oh wow!
Oh,
now if you can see your name, good luck. You can, but everybody's name is on there. Okay. It's Taz. Oh, it's Taz. Have I got Taz? See, there's more people running up now, so I think I added Taz anyway. No, Taz. I tell you what, Taz. There is a limit. No, I don't think there is. I'm gonna add Taz. Hang on. I've got like I added like a spin again. So this is what happens when you do things live. Let's change spin again for Taz.
I think it's worth hanging around for.
FPV, yeah. I mean, Wheel of Death, Victor. Yeah, I think it is. It's. I was trying to think of a great way of doing it live, so everyone stands a chance of winning. I will save settings, and that should. Taz FPV, you're on there. I mean, let's see if I can make that bigger. No one's in a rush, are they? So we're okay. Label.
Not going anywhere for several months.
Label width. Let's just put that up. This is going to be interesting, okay? This is the tester for this live show. Oh, God, it's even worse. I mean, it doesn't matter. You are on there. Let's bring that down to there. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Let's bring that to there. This is fun. Right, let's just save that. What's it do now? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, much better.
Are we cool there? Is that Murphy's Law? Tell me about it, buddy.
Right.
Tell me about it. If it's going to go wrong, it will. Okay, hang on. No, but it's going. So text. What I do? I've done height. So let's bring that to 7. Okay, it's nothing like doing it live, is there? I love it. I love it. We're going to go with the flow here. There we go. Right, okay. If you can't see your name on there, tell me now. Okay, but I think I can see the latest one I just added, Taz FP3. I can see him, yeah. In fact, I think I spelt that wrong. Victor, or Roger's name. Okay, Victor, you're on there. Victor RC Jet is on there. Yes, you are. You're on there. And who says they're not on there? I know Furball's on there because I did him earlier on. There was someone who said who said they're not on. Tell me now if you're not on the wheel.
Oh, I'm not on there.
Michael, did I put Michael on there? Yeah, hang on. No, Michael. No, hang on. Oh, dear. I'm so glad I put this screen on. I would have been a right doo-doo. Right, so if I just put Mark, if I put just Rajka, is that okay? Because obviously, if I think I should have cut people's names down. Oh, come on, mouse work. Right, save. So you should be on there now. There you go. You're orange. Yeah, you see it now.
Got it.
Oh yeah. Hang on. I got somebody else as well. Hang on. Wow. I should have got more giveaways. I didn't realise there'd be so many people. I should have realised actually because Stuart was on. So hang on now. You are on there. Look, RAJKA. You're on there. He's on there.
Yep. On the right hand side, it's the.
Yep.
It's probably about 2 o'clock. From what I can see on the screen.
Well, don't worry about colours now because they're all over the place. Everyone can wait a second. Hold tight. Only at Dad's RC Hand could this happen.
Hey, look, I could talk about nitro engines if you want, because I love nitro engines. Happy to talk about
Cheers,
that.
Dad, I seen mine. Good. Yeah, I'll bit of porn, bit of not porn, should I say? Nitro porn. I mean, sorry.
Yes.
For anyone that's been offended. Right, should we start that again? Right, Sean, don't worry. It's only fair that I do all this again, but I will sort you out anyway. So give me an email, and I'll sort you something out separate. Unless you win again, of course.
And did you get Thirsty on there?
Yes, I did.
THR. Yeah, okay.
He's on there. Yes, he is. He's there's the grey and the left hand, which would be that way. So 7, 8 o'clock. Right. Okay. So now I'm going to change all these numbers around again. So we do that one, and we do that one, we do that one, and we do that one. Is Stuart's left me now?
Just picking something up. Sorry.
Right, Stuart. So if you pick, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, on Dad's Aussie Hangout, the deadly wheel of death, fortune. So pick a number between 1 and 4, please, Stuart.
I will go with 4.
Number 4. What is number 4? It's a Dad's RC Hanger t-shirt. If you email me, I'll send you a link. You tell me what size, colour and everything else, and we'll get you that t-shirt. If you don't want to wear the t-shirt, use it to polish your car. So who's going to win the t-shirt? So let's hope that wheel spins. That's so intense. Okay, so the Jumbo Jet is going to point to a name eventually. when it starts. Who is going to win the fabulous T-shirt that everybody's rambling about? There he goes.
There we go.
Thistle's won my T-shirt. Fantastic. Well done, Thistle. So Dad's RC Hanger T-shirt. So Dad's RC Hanger T-shirt is SDYST. There we go. Okay. So this all speaks. Yes, let's talk Nitro. We'll do another show about Nitro. So email me at Chris at Dad's RC Hanger, and we'll go for that. Right. So what? So that was number 2. So we've done that one. So you've got now 1, 4, and 3, Stuart.
1, 4, and 3. Okay. Then we'll go 1.
Number 1. Oh my God! You're going to win the hoodie. This is the Dad's RC Hanger hoodie. Comes in loads of colours. It keeps you warm. You know, keeps your ears warm. It's brilliant for cold flying. So the hoodie. So which means we've got the 2 big ones at the end. So much excitement. Let's spin the wheel once again. So intense this is. I can only feel for everybody who's doing it. So there's RC Hanger hoodie. Who's going to win the hoodie? Dun 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 dun. Sean, he would have done well today. So Sean, you've won the hoodie, and obviously because you was going to win the FPV thingy, we'll sort you out something else. Don't worry, buddy. So it was my fault for not saving. I should have asked everybody really if they could see their name on there first. Point down, writing it down. We'll do it next time. It's all good. It's all good. So and then we've got the lovely Stuart prize of the plane. So okay, so we've got 2 prizes left to give away. One which Stuart was lovely enough to give up for grabs, and one from me, which is the X-Fly. So what have we got here? So 4 or 3? What is it going to be?
3.
3. All right. So let's get over here and spin the wheel. So 3 is for the plane. This is a big one, girls and boys. 3 is for the plane. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna spin the wheel. I should have put my name on there. Can we stop? Can I put my name on there? No. Who is going to win the plane from Hobbyking? Who is going to win this lovely, lovely TTX? Come on. Or is your name coming? Is your name near? Is it getting close? Sean, you can't win twice. I'm sorry.
Or 3 times.
No, you're 3 times, yeah. It's stitched up. I'm sorry. I should have told you if you won. I should delete your names, really. Should I delete everyone's names? Yeah, I should do that. Let's do that. Let's keep everyone in suspense. So, as I say, sorry, Sean, you're a jammy git. You're winning everything. Right, so Sean's won it, and also Thistle. Okay, I should do this actually. So if you win it, I'll delete your names, which makes sense, doesn't it? It's a learning curve, and I can only apologise. Right, so that will save, and those two will disappear now. They have. So once again, we're going to spin for the plane. Here we go. Spin that wheel. There we go. Can you spin it for me, Sean? Yeah, I wish you probably could actually. If I give you the link, it's rigged. Sean is actually my next door neighbour. No, he's not. He's not. Who is going to win the plane? It's coming up. It's going to coming up. Oh yeah. Oh. Ian Brooks. Is Ian Brooks here? I don't think Ian Brooks is here. I don't think he's here.
What does that mean?
That was one that I left in there because, or is he here? Ian Brooks, are you in? To win it, you've got to be in it. And to be in it, you've got to be on there now. So is it? So hold tight. This plane might not be going anywhere. So can we see Ian Brooks? You've got about 30 seconds to tell me if you're here. I don't know if I saw him actually, Stuart. Have you seen Ian Brooks?
No, but I appreciate Warbird Pilot's comments. Thank you very much.
What did he say?
He's saying it's the best live stream of the internet. I think.
Let's put that one up. Oh, there, look at that.
With our Friday night dramas.
It's the craziest live one. I don't know about any of this. Right, I think Ian's lost out because he wasn't here. What I did, when I started doing this, I put the names of people that normally attend. The suspense.
Yes. exactly. Yeah.
Suspense. No, Taz, I am not in suspensors. Let's save settings. All right, yes, Warbird Pilot's here. Right, so I have now refreshed it. What?
Oh, you got a late comer.
I've got a late comer. I mean, are we going to pull that bag? I've started, so I shall finish. I think we should add his name, shouldn't we?
Well, we know how to now, and
yeah, I know how to now. Yeah, Neil Edwards. It's only fair, isn't it? I'm not going to worry about changing colours. Too much faff. We'll save that, and Neil, you should be on the wheel of doom. Fun. Spin it harder. How can I spin it harder? I probably can. There's probably some categories here that say, you know, spin it harder. Anyway, once again, ladies and gentlemen,
this is genuinely exciting.
That doesn't want to be owned. Let's spin the wheel. Here we go. Suspense. I can't handle this. I'm going to have a heart attack. Is it going to land on somebody? Anyone but Sean. No, Sean's not there now, is he? Oh, it's flipping. It's flipping. Oh, Neil Edwards. No way.
Oh, come on.
Fix.
Congratulations, Neil.
Fix. He's won it. I can't help that, unfortunately. Spin it softly. I'm trying to spin it softly. The thing just this is a new thing that we tried because obviously Stuart's here. I wanted to make something special, and I've been playing around with the software that I use.
Very, very special.
But Neil Edwards, yes, you got to email me, and we'll work out how to get the plane to you from Hobbyking. But that is you are a jammy git. Wow. Yeah, wow.
Congratulations.
So now we have. Don't worry. We have still got saying, "Oh, let's take his name off before he wins again." Everyone else. I wish I had a present for every one of you. I really, really do. My Neil Edwards, just take you off. You've won. I cannot believe.
Are you seeing the comments now, Chris?
What's that? Neil was on twice. Oh my God, he was on twice. Oh.
Well done.
Let's just leave it be. I'm sorry. It's yeah, that was a bit. Yeah, that's a controversy. Let's just check that no one's on there twice. We can't spin that again. Have we got to spin that again?
Well, I think leave it up to the viewers to decide.
Okay. This is kind of delayed. Now, would it be bad of me to say, Neil Edwards? I mean, we'll do the same as Sean because it's my mess ups. Excuse me. We'll get you a T-shirt or something else. But do you think it's fair that you was on there twice when you was on there anyway? So let's see how good of a person you are. Do you think we should spin again? I think I'm gonna have to, because I mean, that I will start losing subscribers. So let's put you on again, okay? I feel so bad.
Victor's got the right idea.
What's he say?
Just put my name on there 3 times, he said for himself.
Who's got his name on there 3 times?
No, they're just kidding.
Oh.
It hasn't gone that far.
Again, okay, let's do it again. Take a deep breath. Course crap, it happens live, buddy. Daz the Hobby King is in a prize itself. Yeah. There you go. Hang on. Look at that.
Neil's a good guy. He's happy for it.
There you go, Neil. There you go. Now, what a hero you are. Now, Neil, regardless if you win or don't win, send me an email and we'll give you a hoodie, a T-shirt. They're not cheap. They're nice. We'll get you something out there. Dad's RC Hanger's allowed to mess up. It's the first time we've used this. Come on. So I'm going to put you back on there anyway. So it's fine, but mate, you're a hero, my friend. Don't worry. I mean, it's a lovely plane, but we do giveaways all the time. So who knows what will be the next one? Right. So you should be on there. Neil Edwards. Can we see him? Yes, I can see him. Now, everyone, just quickly check. There is no doubles, is there? I think I'm going to do a different one next time. There's no doubles. We're good. Right, everyone happy. Okay, right. So, Neil, you're a hero, okay? You're a hero. Here we go. Right. Stand by, because we're going to give this plane away. We really, really are. It's the plane. Ladies and gentlemen, let's spin that wheel. Here we go. Someone just win this plane. It just does not want to be had in somebody's hangar. It's here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. Who is going to win it? Mark Croucher. Yes, there we go. Mark Croucher. He's here. He's in there, and he's on there once.
He is here. Great. Fantastic. There we go.
There we go. Mark Croucher, you know, just don't be seen in the same flight field as Neil. There you go. A winner. You are the winner, Mark. You know, there you go. That's fair and square. So now I'm going to delete you. Where are you? Where are you? There you go. You was quite early on in the show as well. So we're going to meet you. You have won that gorgeous, gorgeous plane, which is fantastic.
That's yours, Mark.
That is yours, Mark. Look at that. That is yours. Wow. Send me an email. Right, so now we are going to give away the last prize of tonight. Giveaway, which is this X-Fly. I like this. It comes in all thing. It's got LEDs and it. You look at the review and it's pretty cool. So somebody is going to win that. Oh, you gotta laugh or you cry. Right, here we go. Seriousness. Time to spin that wheel. Who is going to win this X-Fly vertical takeoff and landing? It's going to be somebody. It's Warbird. Which is basically Warbird Pilot. I just put Warbird because it was so long. He's still here, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still there. He's been putting his little emojis in the comment section.
Warbird Pilot, congratulations. He's there somewhere. Yeah, I mean, there's some lovely comments coming up.
That's going to be a nice distraction from all those big warbirds.
Yeah, it's
little thing to fly inside.
Where is Warbird? He's yeah, Neil's a hero. Neil's going to get a fantastic Dad's RC hanger, hoodie or T-shirt. I mean, what more do you want in life, really? You know, it keeps you warm and everything. Where's he gone? Where is Warbird Pilot gone? There he is. There we go. He's there. Warbird Pilot. I didn't put it on because it was such a long name, but email me at Dad's RC Hanger, and you're going to have some fun indoors with this. It may not be a Warbird, but it's a bit of fun. So, you know, yeah. I mean, look at that. Fantastic. Spin the wheel. Yeah, spin the wheel for toilet paper and paper towels. Yeah. I can't reach them down there, actually, but I've got some heavy-duty ones, but unfortunately, that is it for giveaways anyway today. I mean, to me that was a bit of a goal. Thanking Stuart once again and Hobbyking for that lovely plane that could not be got rid of. Nobody wanted it, or they did, and Dad's RC hanger was just messing up all over the place. But oh, look at this! My mouse needs a battery replacing, which probably only means one thing, that we've come to the end of the live Friday, that Friday feeling live. I mean, Stuart, I mean, honestly, let's give everyone Stuart. Thank you so much for joining us. It really appreciate it.
My pleasure. I mean, absolutely.
You know, there's a lot of new people here. Hopefully that they'll all buy the Lancaster when it comes out, or if it's out, or whatever else. And yeah, congratulations, winners. There has been so many people here. You know that new people, old people. If I didn't say your name, I do apologise. It's a one-man show in here. Like Stuart, one-man show over there, and I'm trying to press all buttons and God knows what else. I'll take a picture of this actually and put it up on Instagram so you can see what fun I've been having. In fact, shall I do that now because Stuart's on here as well? Let's Instagram this baby. I won't Instagram it now. I'm just going to take a picture. So let's just take a picture of what fun I've been having today. There we go. Then you can see, you know, spin the wheel was not as easy as...
see a lot of the comments here. It was very entertaining. And you said there's new people on here. Yeah, I only discovered your channel quite recently, looking for the first people that got the Lancaster and were giving their impressions.
No, I think that's the biggest problem. I mean, there's.
I was impressed with the videos and your channel. So congratulations
Thank you.
on that 500.
Thank you. I mean,
thank you.
It's thank you to you guys for making models that we can buy and brilliant. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of lovely things come up. I'm glad we cheered you up. I mean, it's
That's a nice one, Jeff.
It's that Friday feeling. We can all go away and have a little laugh at my expense as usual. And I mean, Neil, you're a hero. But Neil, please email me regarding giving you an extra. Also, Sean. I mean, Sean, you won a hoodie anyway, but we'll give you something else. And Thistle, don't forget to email me, and of course the Warbird Pilot. I mean, congratulations to everybody. I mean, you know, if it wasn't for you guys, then and girls, then I wouldn't have to give away anything, and Stuart wouldn't be able to give away for anything. So, congrats on 500. Yes, there we go from Hammers and Hanger. Congrats on 500. Let's hope that we can do that 1,000. As I say, all these people that are in the chat, they've all got most of them have got their own channels. In fact, I think most of them have. Go and visit them. You know, make this family big. You'd be surprised how many great things. I watch them all. I belong to them all. And I watch them. Warbird Pilot, I don't, but you know, I'll have to have a look at your channel. You know, I think variety is great, don't you think, Stuart? It's
there's some amazing channels on it, some really good ones.
Yeah.
Hamilton's Hangar, I've seen, and I was looking at it again recently when I was on Jeff's Custom RC channel. Some really nice stuff, and up-and-coming stuff there. The Warbird Pilot, I mentioned, beautiful models on there, really nicely shot and in beautiful Nordic setting. Really nice to see. Northeast FPV, and they've very cinematic stuff. They review some stuff for us as well. Simon and the guys there, amazing channel to look at. And then we had, of course, I'm going to say it wrong, the Patrinstic brothers. I just know them as Robert and Blash because we're on first name terms, and
yeah,
and many others besides. So really good to see such a variety. It was really enjoyable.
Yeah, I totally agree. There's you know. It's you know, I try and bring a bit of fun and laughter to the channel, and obviously loads of you know that I'm a complete noob sometimes, and I will be getting some flying, trust me. You know, and hopefully, well, not hopefully, but we'll probably get up there and not crash. But anyway, listen, thanks again, Stuart, for coming. Maybe we'll in a few months' time or whatever in the summer we'll get him back and give him a shakedown and see what we got. But
well, yeah, let's hope so. If we get out of our current situation, I think we could all do with some flying stories and stuff like that.
Yeah, most definitely. So, as I say, is the if you ever heard of the two Ronnies, it's good night from me and it's good night from him. See you later, people. Listen, be safe, keep safe, keep flying. Thanks for stopping by now. Ta-da.